My name is Rick Artachi, and today what I would like to talk about is the positive influence that men have had in my life. There have been periods in my life when I was at a crossroads, when there was a man who came in and stepped in just at the right time and made a difference in the direction of my life. You know, if you watch some of the programming in today on television, you can conclude that men are basically idiots, or that they have no purpose in a family or society. The fact is that men exert a great deal of influence in the family and society. Among other things, men provide security, stability, strength, and a positive role model for young men. As a young man, there were numerous occasions when my life would have taken or could have been the wrong direction without the positive influence a man had. Today I just want to touch on just a few of these. The first of these men is my geometry teacher. My geometry teacher had a voice like Elmer Fudd, if you know who Elmer Fudd is. He had a very monotone voice. He was a little guy, and it was my geometry teacher, and I had no clue what was going on in geometry. I failed every test, failed all the homework assignments, had no clue what was going on. Well, at the end of the marking period, I looked at my report card, I got a D. Now I was a sophomore, so I didn't want any surprises for my senior year, so I went to the teacher at the end of class and explained to him that there had been an error, that I failed all my tests, and that he gave me a D. I should have gotten an F. And he explained to me, he says, well, Rick, he said, I saw you over there in the corner. You came to class every day. You turned in all your homework assignments. You took every test. So I passed you because you tried. I said he said there were other students who did not come to my class, who cut my classes. They failed. And I was just amazed, just taken back that I passed simply for showing up and for trying. But it taught me a lot. The second of these was a police officer. As a young teenager, my friend Mark and I, being boys, we did something stupid. And rather than arresting us, the officer took us outside, had a brief conversation with us, never raised his voice, about respect for authority. Well, when he got done, we were thoroughly ashamed of what we had done. We apologized, and we both just walked away totally ashamed of what we had done. The third of these was another high school teacher, Mr. DaCosta. Mr. DaCosta was just a great teacher. He had a way of teaching that made you want to learn. He had such a sunny disposition, always in a good mood, always had a smile on his face, and always something good to say. And Mr. DaCosta was always telling me, he said, Rick, when you get a homework assignment, do more than what's asked of you. He always taught me to do more than what's asked. So don't just do what you're asked, to always do more. And that had a lasting effect on me throughout my life. The last of these was my older brother, Mick. I had gone to A&P school, and that's airframe and power plant school. In this country, you have to be a license by the federal government to work on aircraft, so they call it airframe power plant license. After graduation, I'd spent weeks trying to find a job. I finally landed one in Connecticut. Well, the night before I was supposed to start my job, this is a Sunday night, I'm in the kitchen, I thought I was home alone, it's dark. I had all kinds of visions of aircraft falling out of the sky, people dying, like going to jail. By the time I was done, I was just totally afraid of going to this job. So I decided then that I was not going to take the job, that I would have to find another field to use my license, but I could not work on aircraft. Well, just then when I decided that, my brother walked out of, I don't know where he was, slapped me on the back and kept walking out the door and said, good luck tomorrow. Well, those three little words changed my life and began a very profitable 30-year aviation career. What these men taught me were never to give up, to work hard for what you believe, to work hard for your dreams. Taught me responsibility, honesty, generosity, humility, and respect for authority. What I would like to encourage all you men is that being a man and making a difference doesn't mean that you get it right every time, that you'll be a perfect husband, father, son. What it does mean is that you know what your responsibilities are and that you try. And when you fail, you try again. Thank you.